Hello. So let me talk a little bit about this project that we're going to be doing. So this project, I should have delivered the following to your house. Um, Either I did that on Sunday or I'm going to do that on Monday morning. But you should have a marble, either green or blue. And it actually, funny story about these. I was trying to find these. I went to Walmart to look for marbles. They didn't have any, and I about lost my marbles. Then I called Dollar Tree because I didn't want to just go into Dollar Tree without a need to. So I called them and asked them if they had some. And they said no. So I was like, well, wait a minute. I started thinking maybe they were in like the decorative glass, like you fill a vase with and stuff. And so I just went ahead and went in there. And so I found them. And so when I was checking out, I realized why I asked for the wrong thing when I called in because they rang up as gems. So you have a gem that I gave you. Turns out Dollar Tree has gyms. Anyways, you also found a pool noodle. Now, these were 97 cents at Walmart. So if you want to go crazy and you want to buy another one, they're super cheap. They're like nothing. But all you need is just one, and that should be plenty. Okay. Let me show you what I would recommend doing with this pool noodle. Well, actually, you have to do this because you can't just make a roller coaster by putting this here and dropping your marble in. That's cheating. That's lame. So what you have to do is make it a half pipe. So you're going to take it and you're just going to cut along here like so with some good old-fashioned scissors. And it's pretty long, so you can cut it. But as you can see, I'm just cutting down like that. Now, then what I'll do is I'll flip it to the other side like so, and I will cut it like this. Now, I would recommend keeping these together because, like, in other words, don't cut it this way because you're going to want this as long as possible. And so then you'll create something like this. Now, I'm going to just for the sake of this, I'm going to show you what this looks like with the marble in there. So I'm just going to quickly cut my noodle off like this. So what you'll end up with, let me finish cutting this guy off. What you'll end up with is basically two half pipes that look like this. So you got this right like this. And so then you can take your marble and you can roll it down like so. And so you've created a track for the marble to roll down into. Let's get this real nice. Whew. Anyways, so there are a couple recommendations that I have when making this. Things like toothpicks are really awesome because then you can stick them in the side here like that and like that, or you can do as many as you want. And then you can poke your brother or sister with them. Just joking. You can take your end right here and you can attach them like so to where then you have a smooth connection like so. You can also use tape if you want to, but you can use pretty much any material. My second hint is this. Remember energy principles, okay? You're not going to be pushing this thing at all. You just got to let it drop and do its thing, okay? So the one requirement is that it has to start all gravitational. In other words, you got to start it as high as you can, and then you got to let it go. And then it's got to do its thing, okay? So one thing, there are two requirements that I'm going to have that you have on there. One is a loop. So the marble has to successfully go around the loop. And then the second requirement is it has to have a banked curve to it. And so in other words, it's got to be able to go around the curve and do like that. So one loop and one banked curve. If you're not sure what a banked curve is, basically imagine like you're on the Mamba and like you're sideways. Okay, we did some things like that in the circular motion unit where the track is sideways and the normal force is pointing at an angle, not straight up or straight down in the loop's case. So that's the requirements that I'm going to ask for you to do. These roller coasters do need to have a name and they need to have a theme. And the way that I'm going to grade them is basically each one of these, I've set it up to where everything in here is meeting a different component in the unit. And so each of these are going to be assessed as a assessment score out of 100 points. So this is a big money get or big point getter for you. So you can earn a lot of points by doing really well on this. Here's how I'm going to grade it. If you do something wrong, or if you didn't do something wrong, right, or something like that, I'm going to return it to you so that you can then correct it and you can earn up to 100%. So I can help you. If you have problems along the way, I'm here to help. Okay. I'm still going to be available from 1 to 2 every single day. So please come and see me if you need any help on this. Okay. And if that time doesn't work for you, I beg, please contact me, set up a different time that does work for you. I'm here to help you. Okay. The final thing is this. I'm going to post everything for you to do throughout this whole week. This assessment will take you all week. And I'm going to post it on Monday. So that way, if you want to do it all at the beginning of the week, then do it. But I also am going to break it down by day. That way, if you would like a little bit more structured approach, you can have that too. Again, I don't really care if it's late or not. So my recommendation is this. If you're somebody that likes the structure of doing something every single day, then do that. It should take you about 20 minutes work each day to be able to complete this assignment or this assessment. If you're somebody that would rather just get it all done with, then just do it all at once. That's fine with me too. I really do not care. But you will need to take a video of it. Make sure, this is really important, make sure that you do not take it down before you have the measurements that you need in the video that you need. If you take it down before the video and stuff like that, then there's no way I can grade it. And so therefore you're going to have to rebuild it, which might not be fun. So that's pretty much the assignment and the assessment. If you have any questions, please let me know. One final thing, just remember, you can use more than one of these guys if you want. Again, I think I mentioned that they were 97 cents. And you can use anything like this. You don't have to use this as your only material or track or whatever. You can literally do whatever you want to it. And as long as it's not covered, in other words, you can't take a circle like a PVC pipe and just call that a track. No, because the marble needs to be able to fly off. Like, in other words, you have to build a roller coaster that doesn't have a top to it, to where the marble can fly out. And so if you would rather use some other materials, then that's great. Then extra credit. I will give extra credit for the best designed and best themed, things like that. If you do a really good job of this, I'm going to give you extra credit. Okay. So work really hard to do a good job. And I would really love to be able to see some awesome projects because I believe you guys got it in you. That's all. Let me know if you got questions.